Legacy Dodge Wetaskiwin is committed to supporting truth and reconciliation.
Today, we stand with Indigenous communities in the journey toward healing and understanding.
At Toyota City, we recognize the importance of reconciliation.
We strive to foster and maintain relationships with the Indigenous people through meaningful actions.
Here at Legacy Ford Ponoka, we believe that reconciliation starts with acknowledging the past and working together to build a better future.
We honor Indigenous voices and commit to being part of the solution.
We at Legacy Ford Grimby understand that reconciliation is an ongoing process.
We are committed to support the Indigenous communities and their rich culture with respect and care.
Legacy Dodge Tabor is dedicated to recognizing the truths of our shared history.
We commit to building trust and creating opportunities for healing and growth in our communities.
Legacy Dodge Clarendon is proud to support reconciliation efforts in our community. We pledge to continue learning, growing, and fostering understanding with Indigenous nations.
Here at Legacy Ford Fernie, we honor the past and look forward to the future. We are committed to being allies in the journey towards reconciliation and fostering mutual respect.
Legacy Fort McMurray stands with the Indigenous communities.
We recognize that trust is built over time, and we are dedicated to walking the path of reconciliation together.
Danse, my name is Flor Northwest. I was born and raised in Musqueam, used to be called Hobima. At the age of 6 years old, I was taken to the Ermineskin Indian Residential School. I was fluent with my language, did not know a word of English, and I went there. I couldn't speak my language. The churches were contracted by the federal government to run these schools, and they were governed by the government to teach us with only the 4 R's: reading, writing, arithmetic, and religion. But the number one was religion, and their intent was to kill every Indian within us. We went through a lot of, not only the physical, emotional, mental, sexual abuse, but we also went through a lot of bullying, name-calling, where they used to call us savages, pagans, because of as Indigenous people. Learning was hard. I couldn't learn because of the way we were treated. We must have prayed at least 18 times a day when I was 16 years old. Because of the policy of the federal government, every child had to be taken out of their homes for school. If our parents didn't want to, they were threatened with jail. So when they took me to the school, my mom and dad said, "You have to stay because we don't want to go to jail." Those times were very hard. Food was bad. It was the priests and the nuns and visitors that would get, they would feed them with all that food like meat and chickens or whatever. And we got the leftovers from whatever they cooked for us, like runny soup, runny porridge in the mornings. I've had flashbacks of the school. I've gone through triggers from the school, and I will never be healed. I don't like the word healing, because I will never be healed because of the post-traumatic trauma that I went through. And today, because of the Orange Shirt Day, I wear it because I was there. I was a victim, but I'm a survivor today. And I will continue to journey through this life and help other people as well, to share my story so I can help another survivor.
My name is Frank Buffalo. I'm a Central Cree Nation Council member for Sampson. My Indian name is Kehiuoasis, which means eagle child. My take on truth and reconciliation at this time is, from my own personal view, I look at truth as educating the people out there, educating our youth, our non-Indigenous and Indigenous students, to make them understand what a lot of our ancestors went through, as to what they experienced in residential school. A lot of our relatives, our elders, went through this time of colonization, what they tried to put us through, taking away our language, our traditional teachings, our culture, ceremonies. They cut their hair, they punished them for speaking their tongue of language. Those are some of the things that everybody needs to understand and look at. It's going to be hard to educate. How do we deal with what our people went through? The trauma, getting the truth out there and how to reconcile from it, how to ask for forgiveness. Trust is key. And just helping those that don't understand it and giving them that opportunity to learn from it and be able to work together. September 30th, Orange Shirt Day. It's funny a day they recognize what happened to a lot of our people. A lot of our elders that would have been here today are some of those that dealt with so much, that went through so much trauma and so much addiction. They made it a holiday for us to have that day, to experience this day and wear the color orange to represent that, to honor those ones that I've lost. Today I wasn't really sure if I wanted to come in, because I experienced it from my own parents. It was a trying time. So we have to look at that and say, how do we help family to family, community to community, and how do we help, nation to nation? How do we build that trust back? How do we ask our people to forgive? That's a tough one. It's hard to forgive because there's so much anger, so much experiences that they dealt with. I just think it's building that trust, getting the message out there more, have more people attend these important event. That's history of Canada, and history of our Indigenous people that we want to share. Just building that engagement, that partnership, and help each other, and not work against each other. But that's all I can say right now. Except hi.
As we wrap up, we want to express our heartfelt gratitude to Deanna Cryer for these Truth and Reconciliation pins. They are both beautiful and meaningful.